What's up, Paracruz? I'm Paradomics, and welcome back to Friendship with Benefits. So, starting off with a blur in the middle because this game is like that. And right now, we're going to talk to Moxie about how the world works here. Now, I don't know if I need to. If I don't know if I really need to. I think this is just to learn more lore and have more dialogues. I mean, if it's actually very pointless, I could just skip it all. I don't know. It's just I don't.
Oh yeah, and I realized I was not fucking talking, so you were hearing camera. Fuck. You know what? So I'll just go with this. Why the hell not? Huh? Okay, that's a boring question. Although it's pretty important, I guess. I'll break it down in the most fun way I can. Sure. We're in Arcadia right now, both capital and country. Aurora bless Arcadia and all that. Speaking of Aurora, there's one ruling group called the Royal Sisters. It's a monarchy, although fucking new words, man. Egalitarianism is important aspect of their government. Who are the Royal Sisters? They're complicated. Queen Aurora has ruled for millennia, and her younger sister, Celine, is only marginally younger. Did I hear that right? Did she just say millennia? I adore Celine. She's this powerful space-time alicorn, and I really got into some of her books. That's an alicorn. I know what that is, but why the hell not? That'd be a unicorn with wings, but there's a bit more than that. Crazy buggers. They seem to live for way longer than us normal folk. Allegedly, in religious texts, they raised the sun and moon, but I don't think anyone actually believes that in modern era. Why did they ever believe if it isn't true? That's a good question. Not one I could answer though. You'd have to ask the long dead scholars of old scriptures. How do the two sisters rule? They're benevolent rulers. They're extraordinary actually, and often a role model for society. It's like they're perfect, almost too perfect, like angels, or better, two guardian goddesses to keep us in check. Wow, I guess I have to see it to believe it. Anything else? Who are the royal sisters? Monarchy with egalitarianism? You mean constitutional monarchy? I don't even know what that means! The fact that my character is smarter than me in some aspects, like politics, just I just find that kind of funny. Let's just not talk about that. Let's just say that's all. Let's just assume that I I don't really need all this knowledge. All right? I did save, so it's okay. After Moxie and I run through the basics of the new world, I feel more confident in being here. But this place seems to be too good to be true. Why is everything running so smoothly in this world? Is it really as simple as magic spells and guardian goddesses that look after everyone? Earth probably would be a better place if we had that. This is hard. I feel like I barely told you anything. Don't worry, this has been very insightful. Thank you. I guess the best way for you to learn about our world is simply experiencing it. Yeah, I'd rather have that than just listen to a text. A couple of female ponies walk past and take a peek at me. Oh!
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Okay, triple blur that. I love how it's big, small, big, medium, and small. If you know what I mean. Wait, is this? These are the Siren Sisters, aren't they? What was their names? I forgot. I get there were. I didn't really watch the entire movie in that part. Was it like Adagio, Taco Girl, and I don't know. I forgot the one in the middle. Whatever though. I take a peek too. I'm still not quite used to seeing naked women, let alone ponies walking around in broad daylight. The stairs feel indifferent from this morning. Now that I'm more comfortable in my own skin, I know that they're not judging or shocked. They're just generally curious. The rightmost isn't remotely interested though. She must be the tsundere of the bunch. Oh, really? You're gonna go anime there? As expected, from a redhead with twin tails. What? Excuse me? Redhead with twin... Red... That's not true. Hey, that's not true. Fucking saying all redheads are tsunderes, that's not true. Although I don't mind tsunderes. Tsunderes are my favorite deres. Wow, the one with blue eyes just winked at me. Really? Because she's just been staring at me like a still image. I don't know what to tell you, man. Are they flirting with me? They're just staring at you, and winking at you doesn't necessarily mean they're flirting. I don't know. Moxie giggles. She caught me staring. I think they like you. I'm sure they were just staring because I look weird. You're unusual, I know, but there's more reason than novelty for why girls would look at you. What do you mean by that? You don't know? Come on, I bet you can figure it out. You're not staring at me because I'm the... Are they not staring at me because I'm the first human they've ever seen? Sure, there's a little bit of that, and there's plenty of species in this world. I'm sure a dragon, griffin, or neko would get a few curious looks too. Huh. Dragons, griffins, and nekos, huh? I guess it only makes sense that this world has other species, but I'm still surprised. It's still surprising to hear it. I finished my ice cream while I tried to guess what Moxie's implying, but even I bite into the cone, nothing comes out of the mine. I don't get what you're saying. I can't believe you haven't figured it out, even after hanging around me. You're staring at you because you're male. It's pony mating season, and men are in hot demand right now. Wow, how lucky for this guy to come to a world where it's literally pony mating season. I could feel a rush of blood towards my nethers as she said that, but I'm nude in public, so I resist getting ahead of myself. That's crazy. You're telling me that these humanoid ponies are going in heat? Moxie looks around innocently and nods. In hindsight, everything from last night along with her deals make a lot more sense right now. Not really. It could just be that Moxie just wants to have sex. You know, that could also be a reason. I mean, you know, haven't you noticed? I thought males are supposed to notice and get aroused when female are in heat. Well, we're humans. We don't get that apparently. We only look through body languages, I guess. I suppose I'm supposed to get aroused? Now that you mention it, I did feel something last night. Even though I was tired and had to masturbate only a few hours earlier, I was really horny. Yeah, you really want that blowjob, jerk. And I have girlfriends before. Being alone with a girl isn't new to me. Yet I could feel something new and powerful. What? You had girlfriends before, yet you never had sex with them? Well, then again, you're 18 years old, so I guess when you had girlfriends before, I'm assuming you were like teenage. You were still like below 18, so I guess I don't know. I don't encourage having sex though. But yeah, it just feels right. Yeah, I can relate. I felt something from you too. Your species and mine are perhaps not so different. Oh, yeah, you know, being a horny bunch of assholes, that's actually coming into human nature at this point. But we don't have this thing called in heat, though. One of the reasons I picked a table that was hidden away from others is because I wanted this conversation to be private. There's something I need to say. You can take this as a warning or an opportunity. You're going to be quite popular with mares, and girls may come to you and try to talk to you, and perhaps asking you to come to their place for coffee. It's popular among mares to have sex with other species because there's no risk of pregnancy. You'll be coveted simply because you're a male of a different species. Oh wow, how coincident. How coincidental that is. You can't get pregnant with different species. I guess that could make sense. I don't know. I'm not really a person who knows how the body works, but I don't really. I think the sperms would die inside like a different species because it doesn't match, or they just can't get through the circle. That's awesome. That's awesome. What a great role reversal. The girls are coming with me instead of the other way around. They sure will. Men are super popular on dating websites. Wow. What world is this where men are glorified? Or to be this good at stuff? It'll take me a long time to get used to that. Men, are the women in your world different or something? Heat isn't simply a thing in my species. Your human women don't experience heat at all? I didn't realize that. I'll try to explain it then. Might save you some trouble. You said you feel unusually aroused last night, right? That'll be due to the pheromones? Due to these pheromones, if you're alone with a mare in heat for long enough time, the impulse of sex will grow, biologically wired that way. Biologically wired? Why? That seems a bit intense. Intense perhaps, but heat is heat. It evolved to be like that. Arousals Arousal signals keep pinging back and forth between the male and female like feedback loop. It will keep going until you both are unbearably aroused. And trust me, these girls are unbearably aroused, are already unbearably aroused, because there's not a lot to go around. I can't entirely tell if Mox is explaining the science or her opinion, but there is something that doesn't quite sit right with me about this whole situation. I finally realized I've been overlooking something quite simple ever since I arrived. I haven't seen a single other mare creature, which is particularly important crux of this conversation. Well, probably because they don't want to get said ponies pregnant, and I guess they're just trying to trying to avoid responsibility, I guess. Moxie, I need to ask. I haven't seen a single mare. Where are they? Huh? I'm assuming they're in the same place as your world, scattered around here and there. They're just a lot rarer than females? What? Rarer? No, actually there's a 50-50 split for where I'm from, so that's quite shocker to discover. Ah, damn it. I keep making assumptions about you and humans. You really are different. Alright, so males here are relatively a lot rarer. Maybe 15-85 split? And that split varies between species, apparently. I don't know. What? I mean, is this because in My Little Pony, the show, majority of the background characters are mostly girls? Oh, wow. The point is, there's not enough stallions to go around. That's weird. Why are the males so rare? That seems paradoxical. I don't know what that means. Wait, I kind of know what that means, but I forgot. I forgot. From a evolutionary perspective. Right? I was curious myself, so Penny lent me some books on the subject, and I've done some reading. According to one biology book, I don't know why I said that, we were evolved from an alpha male system where a single male would copulate with a herd of females. Oh, I guess that would make sense. That would kind of make sense. Oh god, jeez, you scared me. What's that? Oh, no thanks. Okay, freaking hell, my sister just out of nowhere scared the hell out of me. Oh great, I've been caught playing porn. She caught me playing porn. Oh no, such distrust. I don't know if she noticed, but she was smiling though. I think she knew I was playing porn. I mean, I have like both the games here and on that TV because OBS is there and it's displaying the game. So I think she knows I'm playing. Wow. I have to assume that thorough natural selection females that birth more female young were the preference. Okay. So again, as I said before, as I was horrifyingly interrupted, I think it makes sense for males to be less there be less males, because if there's like one male that's always fucking around with a bunch of girls and then the girls keep giving birth, and not because of multiple different men, but because from one, I guess there's a chance for that, for females to overpopulate males, I guess. And as she said, it's a 15-85 split. So there's like a 85% chance that the baby will be a girl instead of a boy. So this is pretty, I don't know. In a way, it's kind of interesting. Like, how did they keep their, like the guy said, how did they, in an evolutionary standpoint, it kind of sounds a bit tough, because how the hell can you if majority of the population will be females, there will be no way for them to repopulate. If there's like if males die out, like if males keep giving birth, like if males keep mating with many girls, and then it will like majority of the time it will end up as girls. I guess there will be a chance for the male to like the male species will die out basically. In other words, the boys here are going extinct. Sounds like our species have a slightly different biology then. That'd be impossible for humans. Anyways, alpha male sounds kind of scary. Does these suburbs have an alpha male that impregnates all the mares? No, absolutely not. That herd mentality died millennia ago. Oh, okay. We have since developed society and culture. Monogamy is seen as a desirable in modern age. A lot more mares actually have the dream of falling in love with their one and only. I must admit, I can see why the idea of being singled out among so many mares is appealing. Although the reality is that stallions are in hot demand, they're often being ones swept off their feet by rich and attractive mares, because being married is seen as a extravagant status symbol. I assure you, all the richest mares have husbands. Alright. So what do lonely mares do? Seems pretty awful. Nah, not as awful as you might think. Many lifelong relationship with other mares. I think Penny will do that when she's older. Yeah? Many have like oh yeah, lesbians. Sorry. Yeah. Ah, a fair few lesbian relationships then. Lesbian? I haven't heard that word in a long time. We don't tend to use words like that to describe people. Most mares like both sex, like including myself. They're not considered lesbian relationships. They're considered normal. So bisexual. Okay. I think this makes sense because animals don't really give a shit who they fuck. So I think this is the more like bisexual, not lesbian, I guess. You also have to consider interspecies relationship where there is no stigma. Pardon my ignorance, but how aren't you going extinct? I know. If monogamy is the standard, then even if even if every couple is having 2 or 3 children, the overall population is at loss. Aha! So you are paying attention. Um, Unfortunately, me too. A lack of breeding is no small problem, but the issues have been alleviated by the magic of unicorns. Unicorns are the founders and upholder of pony species. Unicorns have a way to artificially inseminate mares multiple ways. Every mare has the opportunity to have a child. Not everyone does, but it gives our population of 25,000 of healthy steadiness. No overpopulation or underpopulation. 2,000. Wow. Is that really all? Wow, that's pretty small, I'm not gonna lie. Compared to us, we're like 7 billion in the world. It's not unusual to see a single mare with a child, like a mother or a mare couple with a child. So, in other words, a sperm donor. they now magic allows you to be pregnant. You can be impregnant with magic. I see. That's amazing. I wish the problem of our world could be solved with a swish and a flick of a wand or a horn. I know. I love magic. I love to show you a thing or two so you can see how wonderful it is. I've always daydreamed about being able to do magic. I guess I won't be the one doing it. But this is like a fantasy become reality. Then what are we waiting for? My wagon's only across the river. Let's go. Up, she's backed off now. Moxie grabs my hand and we both jog to the nearby wagon. Moxie reaches for the shelf and since she's on a little short side, she has to get tippy toes to reach it. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. So far nothing interesting happened. I guess it explains more of the lore. I guess that's what I'm trying to get. Because I like the game, not because of its lewd stuff, but I kind of am interested in some of the lore. And yes, that kind of contradicts what I said before. Was like, I don't really wanna know more about the history. So can we just skip it all? And then here I am being interested in some points. It's like if there's an option to skip information, then I'll take it. But this here is like it's being given to me because it's part of the story. So I assume this is like important. If that one there was just if like the dialogue there asking Trixie about some stuff is optional, then like it won't impact my game. Then I don't really see the point of learning more from that. I'd rather learn from the story. Like they give it to me instead of giving me a choice to understand. Okay, so here I actually like it. It's not just a simple oh fuck this, fuck her, fuck her, fuck her, fuck her, and then you get the happy ending, I guess, and then reload and then fuck this girl, fuck that one, fuck that one. So yeah, I guess there is a bit interesting though in some of the stories here and like the how the world works in this era. I mean, in this dimension, this fantasy world. But yeah, so with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, thumbs up the like button to death. Become a Packer today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
When the light is running low and the shadows start to grow,
Is it this
and the
crow? Is the crow
places
talking to
that
me?
you know seem like fantasy. There's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold with the truth, the promise in our heart.
Wow, you guys really have a better view.